What's up? What's up? What's poppin'? Hey, yo, it's Nate Dogg, 916, coming at you live from Sacramento. Hey, check me out, man. Y'all know what to do, man. Hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell if you want to keep catching this content, man. Um, First of all, thanks for everybody that liked, all the new followers. I appreciate you. Um, I'm back. I'm back for a minute, man. Uh, a lot of people a lot of people got a real big misconception about what it's like to be a black man in prison in California, right? I think there's a real big misconception about that because everybody tries to compare what it's like to do time in California for a black man to what it's like to do time in California for a Latino or an Asian or a white person. It's not the same. It's not the same. Understand one thing. Understand one thing. Black gang members in prison, active black cats in prison, make a choice to be with the business. It's a choice. It's a choice. Nobody forces nobody black to be with the business. If you don't want to be with the business, go over there. Go over there with the non-affiliates. Nobody says you have to do anything. Nobody says you have to be involved. Nobody ever says that to nobody. That's a common misconception. I mean, other races, they're pretty much forced. They have no choice. It's not a choice. So, tell me this: who's more serious about it? The people who volunteer to do it, the people who want to be on that type of time, or the people who have no choice but be on that time, or their life would be in danger? Strange. Let that sink in. You know, we got a lot of people who like to talk about the blacks don't do this, the blacks don't do it. Hey, the blacks don't gotta go under what your people tell you you gotta go under. The black car does not have to go with the same rules as the Latino cars, all of them, meaning the Southsiders, the Northerners, and the Paisas. We don't have to go under, because you guys fall under a tier system. That don't mean we have to. Nah. We don't have to. Because you got to remember, most of us, well, no, all of us that were affiliated and with the business in prison were affiliated and with the business on the streets before we went to prison. It was already a way of life. We didn't come to prison and decide and be told we have to be part of something. We was already part of something on the streets. See, I didn't come to prison and join a gang. I didn't go to prison and join a gang. I was already a gang member when I got to prison. I was already known from my neighborhood, from my city, when I got to prison. From stints in juvenile and ranches and group homes and all the other juvenile facilities. I did not go to YA, but all the other juvenile facilities and jail and, all of the above. So I was already known in my city because all the criminals in my city ended up in the same places. No matter what side you was from, we ended up in the same place at some time. Yeah, most of the rappers and stuff that from my generation that was locked up, we ran across each other at some point, whether it was in juvenile or grown up. Shoot, a couple of them I've been in juvenile and adult with, to be honest, and a couple I just been an adult with. But the thing about that is people have a misconception of what it's like to be black and in prison. First of all, nobody forces you to do nothing. Let's get that clear, right? And then once you're in there and let's say you are an active gang member and you're in prison, nobody's coming to you and telling you, you have to do this. You have to do that. You have to go bust on this. You have to go beat up this guy. Nobody's doing that. You know why? Because you don't have to. You don't have to. Predominantly, most of the black Americans that are gang members all across America volunteer for the bull crap. We volunteer for it. Every time I went on a mission, I volunteered for it. Nobody said, Nate, you got to go do that. Nobody's ever said that to me. Nate, you got to go do that. And then they try to say, blacks don't check paperwork or jacks don't. The first time I got to a mainline cell was in High Desert State Prison. Soon as I walked in the cell, the cellmate asked me, hey, bro, you new to prison? I'm like, yeah, it's my first prison line. What's going on? He's like, hey, I need to see it's the paper you get at the court, because I don't got nothing from the prison yet. I need the paper from court showing what I was convicted for. I'm like, you need to see what I'm in prison for? He like, yeah, it's called checking your paperwork. I'm like, oh, okay, so you need to check it. Yeah, just to make sure. And he wasn't even aggressive. He was just like, bro, this is just how it goes in here. I'm like, all right. His name was J-Dog. That's my homeboy. He's like, yeah, I just need to check it, bro. I just need to see it. All right, go ahead. Here you go. I get it out. They let you take your legal work on the bus with you. So I had my little folder of my legal work. I thought it was just my legal work. I didn't know I had to have paperwork to present to nobody. So he checked my paperwork immediately. This is 97 when I hit my first mainline. So that dispels that, right? Then talking about blacks don't never carry steel. Same cellmate. First cell I ever been in prison. Week after I'm in there with him. Hey, bro, let me teach you how to bust down. Let me teach you how to make this and show you how to make it and do it right, and how to put it away and how to tuck it and how to get it past the search, all that. Let me show you how to do all this stuff, because you're going to need it on the yard. I'm young, like I'm 21. I'm like, yeah, all right. So that's when I learned. So one of the first things I was taught was paperwork. Then I was taught how to make a weapon. Then I was starting slowly to get laced on how to conduct myself. Getting laced on how to conduct myself. This is how you do it, bro. I've been here for 12 years, bro, or however long it was at the time. I'm not even accurate. I'm not. Don't hold me to the date I said. I don't remember how long he was gone, but I was just starting. But he started lacing me up. He started asking me about my squabble skills. You know how to fight? Like basically just on conversation. Not, hey, you know how to fight? Nah, it wasn't none of that. It was, hey, bro, let's see what your squabble game like, bro. I'm like, what? He's like, nah, just sparring, bro. I don't want to fight you, just sparring. I want to see what you're working with. We start He like, okay, well look, if you do this, watch this, and let me show you this, and it started trying to teach me hand-to-hand stuff. You know what I mean? And then we moved that onto, hey, let's get this workout going, huh? Workout? I'm coming off the streets. Workout? What? Yeah, bro, come on, that's where I learned how to do burpees at. You know? So let's read. Come on, let's read. Let's study. Here, read this book, bro. It's a Swahili book. Here, start reading it. Start reading. It's a dictionary. Just start studying the dictionary. Boom. Here, read this book. Behold the Pale Horse. Here's this book. The Art of War. Here's this book. Boom. 48 Laws of Power. Boom. So for people to say that blacks don't have no structure or blacks don't have no discipline, right? Roll your mat up every day. Put your shoes on when the bar lock opens. Take them off when the bar lock locks. Okay? So I just told you guys in 8 minutes that I was laced on how to make weapons, laced on checking paperwork, laced on hand-to-hand combat beginning, laced on how to conduct myself, laced on working out to keep the body right, laced on studying to keep the mind right, and laced on following whatever religion to keep your spirit right. So, no discipline, huh? That's what y'all call no discipline? Y'all need to check y'all definition. Hey, y'all can listen to whoever y'all want, man. All I'm going to do is tell you the truth. Stay loyal.